Hello, my friends. Master Sommelier Peter Neptune here with another episode of my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for telling your friends. Thanks for subscribing. Another request here, ever popular Kirkland Signature Wines from Costco. I went there just the other day and I found some new items that have just arrived. And let's check them out and see how they are. First up, Kirkland. Look at this, Chablis Premier Cru. Kirkland Signature, Chablis Premier Cru. Now, in Burgundy, you can combine together Premier Cru vineyards. You can't name them on the label, but you can combine them together and make a Premier Cru wine. Chablis Premier Cru, Merceau Premier Cru, Puligny-Montrachet Premier Cru, and often they're really good values and often really good quality. So I did a little bit of research here because it's got the name of the winemaker on the back, Pierre Brissy, and he works for Brocard, which is a fairly well-known Chablis outfit. Their wines are good for sure, and I just kind of did a little bit of research. They make Premier Cru wines from Buteau, Fourchon, Montet de Tonnerre, Montmain, and Vaudevey, as well as Vaucoupin and Valeron. I don't know which these could be from, but this wine is probably a combination of 2, 3, 4 of those Premier Cru vineyards. So I'm expecting, a decent bottle of wine for $18.99. Comparable would be at about $35. So let's check it out, shall we? This is a really beautiful, bright, medium lemon color. And let's see if we get what we expect on the nose. Well, right off the bat, a floral character, a baby's breath and white flowers, blossom. There's green apple. There's a little hint of Bartlett pear in the background. And yes, it's there, that telltale kind of mineral, crushed oyster shell minerality on the nose. It's very pleasant. There's a little bit of lime and lime rind and even a little bit of lemon. So it's got, a very, very typical Chablis nose. This is the 2022 vintage, by the way, on the palate. Dry. Acidity, pretty high. Expected. Racy. Awesome. Alcohol is medium. Body is medium. Intensity, medium plus. And the finish is medium plus in length. I quite like the wine. This is really good. This is very good indeed. It's got beautiful lime, a lot of lime rind, lemon, green apple, blossom, florals across the top, and a long underlying mineral oyster shell character. I would buy this. I would drink this for $18.99. I just might go back and buy a case of this stuff. Very good indeed. Very good wine. Everything I expect from Chablis Premier Cru. It's got nice racy acidity, a good long finish, and it's really enjoyable. I want to go to Water Grill right now and always order 24 oysters and bring the rest of this bottle and just sit down and so yeah, oysters, shellfish, delicate white fish, things like that. Really delicious bottle of wine. Bravo. Probably Brocard Chablis for under $20. That's awesome. Next up, I saw this. They had an Oakville Cabernet and they had a Rutherford Cabernet. So I bought this 2022 Rutherford AVA Cabernet Sauvignon. I looked at the back and it says the winemaker is a guy named Glenn Hugo, and I looked him up and he's the winemaker at Girard in Calistoga, as well as the B.R. Cohn Winery in Sonoma. So I don't know, where the fruit exactly comes from. We do know that it's from the Rutherford AVA. Rutherford is known for, the Rutherford bench and this thing they call Rutherford dust, which is the kind of dusty, silky tannins that the wines often have. A bench is a colluvial bench of soil that comes down from the nearby mountains, and it's a free draining soil. It's mostly volcanic. In Napa, this bench is mostly volcanic in nature, but it does give a free draining situation and perhaps does contribute to a telltale dusty tannin character. We'll see. So this is, kind of a deepish ruby, maybe with a little hint of magenta or purple. And on the nose, oak is what I was afraid of this. I know everybody out there who likes California Cabernet Sauvignon likes oak. But I was, this just has a lot of oak on the nose. I'm not sure if it's real oak barrels or whether it's oak staves. I don't know for sure, but there's just really a lot of oak. It's chocolate and chocolate powder and vanilla yoo-hoo and kind of cherry coke and jammy cherry blackberry cassis syrup, but a lot of coffee bean and like a mochaccino or a frappuccino. If you watch my channel a lot, I'm not a huge fan of the style, so I'll try to be as diplomatic as possible and as objective as possible. But it's just, to me, this is just way too much oak on the nose. I don't know why. I do know why. We grew up drinking Yoo-Hoo and Nestle's Quick and vanilla wafers. That's what this smells like, vanilla wafers on the palate. Dry-ish. Acid is medium. Tannin, medium plus. I don't know if I can say dusty. Kind of medium plus and a little grippy. Alcohol's high, 14.5 at least, yes. Body is full. Length is medium plus. I don't know what to tell you. This is $18.99. Fans of this style might like the wine. I'm not a big fan of the style. It's way over oaked in my opinion. The fruit is kind of jammy, kind of a little bit of dried fruit, a little pruny. It just seems a little disjointed on the palate. The tannins are, I don't know if they're dusty. The fruit falls off fairly quickly, and all I've got on my palate is a lot of oak. Vanilla, chocolate, Nestle's Quick, vanilla wafers. I guess it's good. Again, if you're a fan of the style, throw down $18.99 and tell me if you like it. I know people like this kind of wine out there. It's just not for me. So I'll call it good for what it is. For under $20, I guess it's okay. I'm looking forward to this next wine. It's a 2019 Brunello di Montalcino. What? For $19.99. Whoa! If you know anything, I'm a big Brunello fan. I've got a lot of Brunello di Montalcino going back 40 years in my cellar. 2019 is almost a miracle year. It's as if it combines 2015 and 2016, which were back-to-back unbelievably great vintages. It rarely happens. 2019 is the best of both. I've told my students, I tell everybody, buy as much 2019 Brunello di Montalcino as you can afford. The wines are terrific. They probably need a little more time in the cellar, but oh God, they're going to reward a 5 years of patience and going to last for 20 or 30 years. To be able to get a wine like this, I haven't tried it yet. I'm hoping it's going to be really good, because for $19.99, man. Now this is made by Gianni Maccari. It says that on the back and on the front, and he's the winemaker at Ridolfi. Who came on the scene in Montalcino a few years ago and kind of made a splash. So they're one of the newer producers in Montalcino, and they make pretty good wine. So I'm just kind of looking at Ridolfi's website, indigenous yeast, 14-day fermentation, pumping over, 40 days of maceration. Wow! That's incredible. 36 months in large Slavonian oak barrels, and then 12 more months of bottle aging. The Brunello di Montalcino regulations are among the strictest in the world. The wines have to be held for 5 years at the winery before they can be released. So the 2019s were released early this year. 2 years in wood, at least 4 months in bottle, and the rest of the time in concrete or wood or bottle or stainless steel or whatever. So you're buying wine that's already been aged, and look, it's one of my favorite wines in the world. So I'm really looking forward to trying this wine. This is a medium, bordering on palish ruby, with definitely garnet at the rim, and I might even reprise my call here to more of a garnet color, really. Medium minus garnet. On the nose, Smells like Sangiovese. So Brunello has to be 100% Sangiovese. It's the Brunello clone of Sangiovese found here in the town of Montalcino in Toscana. And we get a beautiful sour cherry, right? That red raspberry, red currant. There's a lifted kind of peony or hibiscus floral note. There's orange peel. Often I get a dried sage and a kind of an orange pico and pico tea character with Sangiovese. And it's all here. Very, very lifted aromas, very perfumed, quite lovely. Really kind of an elegant aroma and one that I love very much. Beautiful aromatics. Let's check out the palate. Dry. Acidity, medium plus. Tannin, high. I might change my acidity call to high. Really a lot of tannin here. Alcohol's just high. Brunello de Montalcino is typically 14 to 14.5. Body is full. Intensity is pronounced. Finish is quite long. I think this wine needs a decant. I poured it right out of the bottle 5 minutes before I shot this. I think it needs a decant. I think the wine's very good with the caveat that it needs time or a 2-hour decant. It's got everything on the palate I'm looking for. It's a little tannic. The tannins overwhelm everything right now. I'm going to call it very good with the caveat that if you do go buy this wine, I would decant it 2 hours before you drink it, or I would try to give it 5 years in the cellar to let it settle down a little bit. I might revise my call to good plus. It's just the tannins are really, really, really grippy. I like the flavor, I like the texture, but it's just a little overwhelmingly tannic, and I'd like to taste it after about 2 hours of breathing. I think it really needs time. So I'm going to call that, good plus. So wrapping things up, I can highly recommend the Chablis Premier Cru for $18.99. The Rutherford Cabernet for $18.99. If you like this style, you might like it. The Brunello de Montalcino, I would probably go buy a bottle, take it home, give it a 2-hour decant, taste it, see what you think, and then go back and buy more bottles or not. I'm kind of on the fence with the Brunello actually right now. So hopefully you enjoyed the episode. That's the latest at Costco with their Kirkland Signature Wines. Peter Neptune, Master Sommelier. I'll see you next time.